maybe I should get a bit more personal on this topic. So when I was saying that I was working in the corporate world and I was happy and I felt fulfilled and aligned with what I was doing, the mission at least, and the values of the company. But I was really working 12 hours a day, I think. It was nonstop. I would like go to work, then go home, continue working, nonstop weekends at night. It was always like, oh, one more project, one more task, five more tasks, another project. Oh, but this can't wait because whatever. Oh, I need to get ahead because I have 50 projects and I need to get ahead for tomorrow. And so it was always kind of that, those were kind of my excuses that I was giving to myself. And I wasn't listening when I felt exhausted. I felt tired. I felt so tired. I would go to sleep and then wake up and I would be literally like a zombie. I would not feel like myself. I was numb. I was going through the motions, numb. And I didn't stop to think that, hey, this is not good. This is not right. I should have more balance in my life and I'm not going to be able to sustain this. And so at some point after, I don't even remember how long, a few months of this, but nonstop grinding, um, I fainted in my kitchen at night. It was like 11, 12 at night. I was alone in my house and I just collapsed in the kitchen and I hit my head. I collapsed like I think like going back somehow. And I don't even remember how it happened, to be honest. And I thank God that it wasn't worse than it was because my kitchen was this like narrow little hallway kind of kitchen where you don't really even have a space for a table. So I had like a tiny little table coming out and I could have hit my head really bad because it was so small. And I woke up from my fainting. I was like sweating. I didn't know what happened at that point. My hands were sweaty. It was like clammy. I couldn't even walk, to be honest. If I crawled to my bedroom, which was next to the kitchen. I crawled and I called my friend and I'm like, I need you to come and get me. I fainted, take me to the hospital. I ended up in the emergency room. I had like a huge thing on the back of my head that grew. Yeah, it was horrible. And they had to put like the neck collar, take me do CT scans and just like to make sure I didn't have concussion or that I didn't have like a bleeding or it was yeah, it was hard. And it was hard to realize that that moment was, so telling. It was kind of like, if you're not listening to what I'm trying to subtly tell you that you're tired and you're numb and you're, kind of going on a autopilot, I'm going to shut down and then you're going to listen. And I listened. And then the cost was high. I had to take time off from work. So everything like I was like everything that I was like thinking can't wait had to wait or someone else had to do it. And yeah, so that's my story for that. So that's one of the most kind of impacting moments where I said, okay, this is not gonna work, I can't continue doing this. I need to slow down. And I did. I started slowing down. I realized that it's not what I was doing wasn't um healthy and also wasn't sustainable. And then the fact that I was doing a bit less, so a bit more balanced, I wasn't weak and I wasn't incapable, right? It's just I slowed down. And ultimately, I realized that my results were still good, but I felt better. I was more rested and more aligned. And I questioned my direction. Is this really the correct direction that I want to go in? Is this like what my life, and I was 20 something years old. I mean, I was like, is this like really the rest of my life? Is this how it's gonna be? And so I wonder, how many of us actually wait for a physical or emotional breaking point to realize that, hey, something needs to change.
right?